Welcome to investingnews.com. We are speaking with Warren Cook from RemSense Technologies. Welcome, Warren.
Good morning, John. Good to be with you.
First of all, for investors, could you please share with us your client base?
Absolutely. We've been really fortunate to build a great client base over the years with tier one and blue chip resource companies. If people remember, we developed our key product, Virtual Plant, alongside Woodside going back a few years now, and they've been a loyal, trusted customer. We've since developed a trusted relationship with Chevron, and that's just growing globally with projects in the US, Bangladesh, and now our more recent one in Norway. And Newmont, one of the largest gold companies in the world. So those are just the three tier ones, and then we've got other tier two, tier three customers who are very loyal to us. Triangle Energy, we deliver services to the likes of BHP, Rio Tinto. So we're really putting a lot of effort into broadening our customer base, both in tiers and globally.
For investors new to the story, what are some of the key services you do actually provide?
Well, our secret sauce and our flagship product, John, is Virtual Plant. It's a 3D visualization platform, and it's all about reducing OPEX, reducing risk, and saving people's lives. So it's part of the digital twin space. We call it more of a visual twin. So it's capturing high resolution imagery, both photogrammetry, LiDAR, and giving operators a 3D, a digital representation of their facility. In addition to that, we capture the drone imagery. So we do both drone and ground-based imagery, which feeds into our visualization platform.
So therefore, how is your technology unique compared to others?
Yeah, well, our uniqueness is many, in fact. So our ability and our experience over the years has allowed us to capture, or to do the data capture at a very, very high level. For what we need to deliver in our Virtual Plant product, you first have to start with good data. Now, that's a lot in many applications, but with that good data, that's just the start of it. We then are able to pull centralized insights from that data. So our key function is called Asset Audit. So we've developed an AI-driven application which will scan through all of this high-resolution imagery and pull out asset tags, asset labels. And what that will do is generate a very valid and robust asset register. Now, what does that actually mean for people? Well, a lot of the operations rely on an asset register for many things. First of all, it's the basis of planning their maintenance. If you can imagine, you have these complex offshore platforms, onshore facilities, and they have many, many assets. And an asset, I mean by a pump, could be a safety valve, could be a switchboard. The maintenance planners use that list, first of all, to then plan the maintenance schedule. Now, if they're not aware of certain pieces of equipment, it's more than likely that this data or this piece of equipment isn't then maintained. What does that mean? So if it's not maintained, there's potential for it to fail, and that could end up in a shutdown. So unplanned shutdown is the enemy of any operation. So that is a critical piece. In addition to that asset audit, then you're talking about general liabilities, right from the board level down to the operators, all about risk, insurance risk. What is the value of this asset that we have? You usually use your asset register to determine the value of that, and insurers want to know what assets are available. So that key thing is our major differentiator. There is no one else in our space that's doing anything like that. So we're continuing to build these AI applications and features to generate real value and to de-risk operations.
Just touching on the safety issue, Warren, how does your technology achieve this?
That's a great question. So just imagine people on or just about to go out to an offshore platform, or they go into a complex mine processing facility. They've never been there before. But so before users and operators actually put foot on the platform, they're able to have a look at their environment in a safe environment, let's say an office, where they can visualize their work environment. You can instruct the users, this is where you're going to go before you jump on the chopper. This is where you're going to step off the chopper on the platform. This is the emergency exits. So it gives them familiarization of that facility. First of all, that's got to ensure greater safety of the team, because they know where they're going and the environment around them. So that's just the start. For maintenance planning, it's all about reducing at-risk activities. And these at-risk activities could be erecting scaffolding, putting personnel on ropes to do at-height inspections. With virtual plant and these with high-resolution data, you can eliminate the majority of those. There's still going to be a requirement to put some people to do that job, but you're going to eliminate the large portion of it. And every time you can eliminate having person at risk, we're doing a good thing. It might be just as simple as in a mining environment, you've got high silica content in mines, you've got primary crushers. At mines, there are instances of silicosis. So if people can do some of their work through visualizing that asset, taking measurements and detecting certain features without having to every time walk down, put on PPE and walk around that facility every time you're putting yourself at risk. And our platform reduces the need for that.
Now, investors always want to know about financials. Could you take us through the client acquisition process?
Sure. Well, this is an easy thing for us. So we generally start off with a proof of concept. So this doesn't have to be one of those big bang digital twin implementations where it takes many months and many, many millions of dollars. With our application, you can start small, and which is typically what we've done for many of our clients. We've gone and captured high resolution data, whether it's photogrammetry or LiDAR, for a very small part of that facility, and then stand that data up within virtual plant, and then you provide access to all of the users to get an experience of what they're going to have. And this typically, our response then is we love it, we understand it, we can see the value, we understand how we can reduce costs, we can how we can keep our people safer, and how we can reduce risk. And that then typically leads into, let's do the next part, let's do the rest of the operation, let's go to all of our operations. So that is, it's a low entry point, very low risk for them, and provides them a clear path forward and a good understanding of what they will be receiving.
Finally, what are the key catalysts for the remainder of the year?
We've got a truckload of things that we want to do, John. First thing, we have a large list of enhancements that we have on our backlog, our development pipeline for a key customer in oil and gas. So I'm hoping this will be a big success win in the coming weeks, and we can announce. So that is going to be a strong focus to develop some key, very unique functionality to deliver to this one client. We have a strong pipeline of services to deliver to our existing clients. That's going to take us right up through to the end of the year and into the early new year. And we're continually developing our partner and strategic partnership relationships. So for our global growth, we see partnerships a critical part of our strategy to give us scale and capacity to grow throughout other parts of the region.
Thanks very much, Warren, for updating investors today. We look forward to speaking to you again soon.
Oh, thank you, John.